So, hear me out. Yeah, the story looks sad. Yes, very, very sad. So, I'm here to make this video to tell you guys a little bit of my story dealing with the narcissist. The reason I choose to tell my story is because I'm at peace. About a month ago, I wasn't at peace. My mind was all over the place, but now I'm at peace. So I want to tell you guys a little bit how this son of a gun did me. So as you guys see, he was in very bad shape, critical situation. I was homeless, sleeping in the car with my kids, everything. I helped him with his medication, his insulin. I did everything for him, and remind you, I didn't have it. So I ended up getting into a program called Rapid Rehousing. I was homeless with my kids. I still continued to help him. Even when he let us sleep in the car, even when he didn't offer us to come in and take a bath, nothing, I still continued to help him because the person that I am, I don't like giving up on a person. And of course, it's my kid's father. I didn't want nothing bad to ever happen to him. But because I was with him for 12 years, I didn't want to start over. I just choose to, do everything in my power to make everything work. He was, also, acknowledging like, how I've changed. Well, really, I thought that I, did something wrong. But really, as I've come to peace and I have gotten therapy, I just learned that I was going through emotional abuse and I was trauma bonded to him. Make a long story short, this whole entire time for, I would say, almost a year, I've been helping him with his insulin, medication, clothes, shoes. I was helping him with his business cards, clothes, doing everything for him. I also celebrated his birthday at my house, everything. Behind closed doors, no matter what narcissists do, they always have a game plan. So while I was sitting here thinking that we was going to be working things out, because he asked me to get counseling. He asked for us to have counseling. He asked for me to pick the counselor. He asked me to do everything in my power. Whatever, we was going to fix things out. But this whole entire time, it's like he was really just using me to get to where he wanted to be at in life. He didn't have any money. I checked his bank account. He didn't have any money. He didn't have anything. But me being the person that I am, I still choose to help him. Once he got on his feet, I started noticing the hours started decreasing that he would, get the kids. He started, first before he did that, he started isolating himself away from my oldest daughter, which is not his, but he's been in her life since she was like 5 or 6 years old. He started, he would say, he couldn't get her no more. And it just all of a sudden, just out of the blue, just things started changing. And then he started, getting the kids for only 4 hours a week, and then he would not call them whatsoever. I would call him, he wouldn't answer the phone. Then it started shortening the days. Like the days started getting shorter and shorter and shorter, and it went to 2 hours. He would not see his kids but once a week, and he would come get her from 2 hours. They won't see their dad again for the next week. When we call him, he won't answer the phone. He just started just like slowly just like detaching himself away from the kids. And I just all of a sudden, started asking him, is there any, what's the problem? You've never done this before. Like he kept saying, oh, I'm just stressed out and I'm going through some things and, situation, whatever. Then I started noticing, like I told him, like I have to move and things like that. And I was asking him, could you help me move? So when I asked him if he can help me move, he was like, why don't I ask this person to help me move? And I was just like distraught. So I was like, well, when you had pancreatitis, when you got admitted into the hospital the first time, when the doctor was like, he could have almost, went into a diabetic coma in 2 days if he didn't come into the hospital, and everything was because of me. I was like, I didn't hesitate to help you. And, and at the time, we weren't together, but I just, thought it was like, like a temporary thing. I was like, I choose to still help you, like, no matter what. I didn't ask no questions. I just, jumped in and helped you. So why is it that you can't help me move? And I was just really confused, like, with that. But really, it's because he had a plan the whole entire time. So, and then after that, I was living in a shelter. Another issue happened. So it was a total of 3 times. He went into the hospital, critical condition, and I had to always help him. I had to be the one to always help him with his medication, do everything, because he couldn't afford it. He didn't have no money to do nothing. I always helped him. So he knew that I was in a homeless program, like a rapid rehousing program. He chose to use me and use me to his advantage. And all of a sudden, one day, he just texts my phone and he just like, oh, to give you some closure, I'm dating someone and I'm happy. So so when he told me that, I was just so like in a state of shock. So me, because I've been with him for 12 years, I hadn't moved on. I hadn't been with nobody for a whole entire year, not one man or nothing like that. Of course, I called his phone, several times because I wanted an explanation. Like I felt played. Like I just felt, whatever. I did all of this for nothing, just whatever. And then he texted my phone and was like, I can't keep calling him his lady not with that. And I was just so shocked because he never told me that I couldn't call his phone. Matter of fact, the week before that, I was talking to him on the phone. I had got pulled over because I had got a ticket, and I called him and I was talking to him over the phone. He talked to me like it was nothing. Like he's never ever told me that I could never call him. I never had an issue with him, like with calling him or nothing. He just said it out the blue. So I'm just trying to explain to you guys, this man hurt me so bad. I called his phone so many times, and I felt like he triggered me. Him texting me, letting me know that he had another woman, he did that to get a reaction out of me, and he almost got a reaction out of me. And then I had to get therapy, and I had to learn that it was reactive abuse. Like I honestly didn't even see myself being able to make this video. I really thought that I was going to spaz out. I really saw myself spazzing out and just like, I didn't know where I was going to be. But I'm just telling you guys, that man did me so bad. When I tell you he did me so wrong, me and my kids, he did me so wrong, me and my kids. And the thing about it is, he's so respectful in person. Like, he's so respectful in person to people. So people don't get the version of him that I got. People never got the version of him that I got. So I'm sure the lady, I don't have nothing bad to say about the new lady he's with or nothing like that, because like I said, I'm at peace. But I don't know what story he's told her, and I don't know. I mean, it's really not even, for me to even care about, honestly, at this point. But this lady, that the new lady that he's with, she's out there somewhere thinking that I'm a troublemaker, I'm this bad person, because that's what he made me out to be. And she's thinking that she got the most perfect man ever. This man has so much trauma. She do not know that he is a narcissist. She do not know what she's dealing with, because I deal with the same thing in the beginning. The love bombing, him buying you the gifts, him buying you this, and he's buying you that. I fell for it too. And I feel like he has been so secretive with the new lady, because he don't want her to meet me. He don't want her to know the real story. He don't want her to. But at the end of the day, she might be the same way like I was, like so love bombed to the point where she probably wasn't even leaving if she heard the story. But I just wanted you guys to know, all these stories that you guys see on social media about narcissists and how they discard you, the discard phase, all that stuff, it is real. I didn't believe it at first. I was just like, no, that ain't it. Until I actually experienced it myself. In the end, when they discard you, they treat you nasty. They will turn into a completely whole different person that you do not know. You will not know that person that they become in the end.